We have Professor Oliver Abhinayaka with us. Our topic for discussion today is wife is the queen of the Buddhist household. Professor, in your lesson, you make a very strong case that wife is the queen of the Buddhist household. But in the same lesson, statements like rise before and go to bed after the husband, or wife should act according to the wishes of the husband, or the woman is the noble amongst the commodities. This kind of statement really doesn't convey that the wife's status is that of a queen. How do you interpret this kind of statements?
As we all know, there was no place for wife in the Indian society before the Buddha was born. The position of the wife is described in the Hindu text, the details of which are well known. I think what Buddha has said on this topic should be taken in that particular context. For the first time in the history of India, not only in the history of India, in the history of the entire world, it was the Buddha who I think placed the woman on par with man. I think I said that the wife is the queen of the household in that particular context. I think, as far as I can remember, I made this remark taking the Sigalovada Sutta into consideration. In the Sigalovada Sutta, we generally call duties, I will also use the word duty. Duties of the husband are mentioned, while the duties of the wife are also taken into consideration. When we compare these two sets of duties, it is quite obvious that the wife is elevated to an exalted position of the household. What is assigned to her is much more than what is assigned to the husband. In fact, she is the ruler of the household. She manages the economy. She looks after the children. She, I think, goes into the affairs of the relatives and the other members of the family. The entire responsibility of the household is vested with the wife according to the Sigalovada Sutta. I think in that context, I said that wife is the queen of the house.
So it's basically in terms of the degree of responsibilities that this statement is made.
Yes, and the other statement that you attributed to me would not, I think, lessen the position of the wife, because one has to, take the household, there may be husband and wife and two children. One has to get up early. So it should be either the wife or the husband. The Buddha says to maintain the good peace and harmony of the household, wife should get up early and make various other arrangements so that the entire family would wake up and go into the action.
These famous statements made by Dhananjaya to Visakha at the eve of her wedding. One of the things really concerned me, Professor.
Yeah.
It says that the wife should regard her parents-in-law and her husband as fire, to be dealt with care as one deals with fire. Does it mean that there is no total openness between husband and wife in a Buddhist household, particularly with regard to today's context. It is a more open relationship between husband and wife, virtually, on equal terms in modern days. But does this reflect a different kind of relationship?
No, because the Buddha, first I must tell you, okay, that this statement, there are various remarks now I have mentioned regarding the friendship between the husband and wife and the in-laws. These statements are not found in the Pali Canon. I have taken them from the commentaries. But commentary says is what was believed at that time, which had come to the 5th century through the generations. That was the Buddhist belief. Now, till the 5th century, commentaries were written in the 5th century AD. Till that time, in India and Sri Lanka, we had the extended family. Husband and wife lived with the either in-laws or the parents. Extended family. It is not the life that husband and wife live together. It is a different thing. You will have to look after the interest of the father, mother, father-in-law and mother-in-law. So, therefore, the Buddhist tradition advises the husband and the wife to be watchful of the interest of the in-laws. The fire is used to indicate that there is a danger of this sort of extended family. If we do not pay heed to this danger, the relationship between husband and wife would be broken down.
So it's purely because of the complications that can arise from this living as a community.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming to the 7 types of wives, 4 types of wives are acceptable. When did Buddha actually recommend Dasabharya, the attendant type of wife, as the best? Because if you look at the Nakula Mata and Nakula Pita, the model couple for Buddhists, Nakula Mata's role as a counselor and a teacher has been praised by the Buddha. So that certainly doesn't fit into a Dasabharya kind of equation. What are your views, Professor?
In fact, Buddha has not recommended that the Dasabharya is the best. Because this was, Buddha said this in an address to Sujata, who was mischievous, who did not want to listen to the parents and the husband. So, addressing her, the Buddha explained the 7 kinds of wives. After the sermon, Buddha asked Sujata what kind of wife she should be if she behaved badly earlier. Then she said, Venerable Sir, I would like to be the Dasabharya. This is what Sujata said. Buddha has not said so. Buddha does not say that the best wife is the wife of Dasa, category of Dasa. Buddha did not say so. What Buddha says is that there are 2 kinds of wives.
4 kinds of?
2 kinds of wives, good wives and the bad wives. There are 4 good wives, there are 3 bad wives. That is what Buddha has said. It is up to the wife to select the position to which she belongs. Buddha hasn't said that this is better than the other. He categorizes the wives.
So we have a choice of being any one of the wives, 4 wives.
Yes.
Thank you, Professor.